This is actually a journey and this is a process when someone exhibit and whoever exhibit those qualities, that person is called a leader. So a leader never react. He will always respond. So today the topic which we are going to discuss is leadership skills. So now leadership doesn't have a specific definition, but this is actually a journey and this is a process. This is actually the name of certain characteristics and qualities when someone exhibit. And whoever exhibit those qualities, that person is called a leader. So the first quality is communication. Any good leader would be having good communication skills. By communication skills, I mean the person should have hold on the language, and whatever language he or she is going to communicate with you, he should have the vocabulary. And the second thing in the communication would be that he should break down the complex tasks or ideas into simple ones. So leader is actually the one who is having the capability that whenever he see any complex task, so he should come to your level and he will explain that thing in according to your level. The other thing is ethics. Whenever you communicate with someone, with your team members, with your co-workers, you should have the manners and you should know how to speak. You should not order. You should always request your co-workers or whoever is working in your team. So the first thing is communication skills. That is necessary and you should learn this thing. After that, the next thing is initiative. The leader should be the one who should know like how to initiate the thing. He's not the person who will be getting direction from someone and then he will be doing that thing. And most of the time it happens that we are sitting and we are waiting for direction from someone. Although we might be a team lead for someone, but still we don't know our job responsibility and we still wait from some stimulus from anyone. And if this is the case, then you should think you're not a leader. You're just a manager, or you can just do management. So there is difference actually in manager and a leader, which we can discuss later on. The third quality which leader exhibit is responsibility. Now responsibility is actually, last time we discussed, there is reaction and response. Any person who has the ability to respond to any situation is called responsible person. So a leader never reacts. He will always respond in whatever situation is. If that is hard, that is tough, and that is easy, whatever that is, he will always respond. So whoever is having the ability of response will be called a responsible person. He always takes the responsibilities on himself. He never blames anyone. Usually what happens in the companies, like if something happens wrong, so you start blaming others. Oh, this person did that. It was his responsibility. And whenever something good happens, you try to take the credit. So what a leader do, leader never take credits for himself. That actually I was the leader of the team, so this thing happened. He always share that. He always give credit to their team members. So this is one of the important characteristics a leader exhibit. The fourth should be decision. Person who can make decisions, who should not wait for others, who should be having ability to take decision in certain events. So the fifth is influence. He is actually the person who has influence over the team. The people who are working under him, they should be influenced from him. He should have such character and qualities that the team should know. That could be knowledge, like you can be higher in knowledge than your team, so you will be having an influence on your team. Or it might be your character is so high that they should be inspired from you and then they should follow you. Like if you see the political leaders, for example, what happens? We are inspired from them. We are inspired from their communication. They have mostly this quality. Sometimes they lack other qualities, but they have this quality. They can speak in public. They can speak in front of you. And by speaking, they influence you. And then you start following them. So this is, as we discussed, the most important thing is this. And what we are all are sitting here today, we are working on this. And this is the first quality leader should exhibit. The rest of the things you can learn over the time, or you might have learned. Now leader is not, it's not a position. You should know this. Like sometimes we think leader is a position. No, it's not a position. Leadership, sorry, it's not a position. It can, these qualities can be in anyone. Like might be you're not in a leadership position, or a management position, but still you might be having these qualities. So congratulations to all those who are having these qualities. They could be the next leaders. They can become the next leaders. All those people who doesn't have these qualities, they cannot become leaders in their life, in any office or anywhere. They cannot become. There are a lot more qualities of the leader which I discussed. So all the time will be gone. But these are the important ones which I discussed. Now I would quickly like to discuss about levels of leadership. And there's a person whose name is John Maxwell, and he had a research on the leadership levels. So there are actually 5 levels of leadership. The first one is position. Position is actually the first one. Whenever you have some qualities, for example, you have a degree and you deserve a position, and you are given a team, and you become a supervisor, or you become a team lead, or you become a manager. So this is actually the first step when you get into the levels of leadership. At this position, what happens, a team is assigned to you, and there is actually no understanding between you and the team. This is actually the time when you are the boss. You are the boss for your team, because there is no understanding between you and them. You just order. You just tell them, okay, do this, do that, and they will do that accordingly, whatever you say. So this is actually the first level of leadership. Now you should analyze yourself, everyone. This, I choose it just because that everyone should know on what level you are currently and how you can improve it. So this is the first level. Some people right now might be on the first level. They will just be a boss. They will be having no understanding with the team. They will be having issues with the team. They will just be ordering the team right now at this time that you should do this and you should do that, and the team will be following that. Although they might like it or not like it, but they will be following it. The next is permission. Now, during this time actually you choose that what should be the style of your management, because there are different styles of management. Some people are cool-minded and they will be, talking to you in a very relaxed situation. Some people are angry and very aggressive. They will be shouting at you and they would like to take work from you. So this is actually the time when you choose what style of management you're going to take. And if you select a good style of management, so then what the team members will do, they will permit you. Then a trust will be built there between you and the team members. They would allow you to rule over them, to lead them. They would like to work with you. So this is actually the second level. Now analyze, like some people are missing today. Like you can analyze, for example, if you are on this level or not. The people trust you or not. The people who are working in your team, if they trust you and they have better understanding with you, so it means you have reached the second level of management and leadership. Now the third one is production. What happens in production? That if you are a very intelligent person, you are leading the team for a while, and you start generating results because of your strategies, good strategies, and because of your intellect, you start generating results as well. So then what happens? Everyone is influenced from you. This thing happens. Yes, this guy is intelligent. He is generating results. Now everyone is influenced from you and they will start following you. So this is actually the third level of whatever you have achieved these 3 levels. Now everyone likes you. Everyone has permitted you to lead them. They are coming after you. They are learning from you. So now finally what you do, you try to make more leaders. As sometimes we discuss, second hack. What will you make more leaders? Now you have become a leader. You have all these qualities and everyone is trusting you. Now you start transferring your qualities to your team. Whoever is working with you, you want them to be like you. Whatever you have learned in 10 years, you want them to learn in 6 months or 1 year. So that their time should not be wasted. Like, for example, you have experienced a lot of things. So you try to give all of your experience to the team. And definitely whenever you teach someone your experience, they would always respect you. So this is the level when you gain respect. And this is the level when you make more leaders like you. You replicate yourself. So whenever you replicate yourself, what happens? You reach to the final level of management, and that is called pinnacle. So whenever you create more leaders, and now your followers are leaders. When you create more leaders, now you are the leader of leaders. That stage is called pinnacle. And in this stage, everyone respects you and everyone desires to work under you.